Now, on days like that, you welcome the words of, come on in, the water's great, but every summer, waterways around the state have to close down because of bacteria like E. coli or a problem like they've got up in Fayetteville, a harmful algae bloom in Lake Fayetteville. Jose Carranza introduces us to the director of Arkansas Water Resources Center and the study he's got going on right now in that lake.
In 2018, I was working with a group of honor students from the first-year engineering program at the College of Engineering at the University of Arkansas. We had just gotten this new piece of equipment and we wanted to get some samples from lakes around Fayetteville to analyze just to see if we could see any total microcystin.
Brian Haggard is talking about something you might have heard before, especially in Fayetteville. In the past, the city has had to tell people to stay out of Lake Fayetteville because of harmful algal blooms. These blooms can produce a liver toxin and possible human carcinogen, mycrocystin.
It could be through dermal contact, your skin, of getting in the water to go paddleboard or to go kayak or fish. And it could also be pets that are swimming in the lake or drinking the water when they're thirsty.
Haggard says these occur naturally in the man-made reservoir. As it traps sediments from the tributary streams, nutrients provide the needed fuel for the algae to grow and eventually bloom. While it sounds like an inevitable danger, there are things to look out for.
You can see these bright green, surface scums. It's like these little patches, and there'll be like these wispy, little curves in it. And, as you get closer to the shore, those definitely become more and more prominent.
It's probably the best way for the public to tell if there's a current danger in the water. As in their 5 years of study, every sample they analyze always produces data a month later when it could already be gone from the water.
And even the triggers seem to change. So what happens in 1 year, when we're doing our data analysis and running our statistics, 1 year may tell us one great story, but then the next year tells us a little bit different story. And so that's a real challenging aspect of science, is when you're having to study the natural environment like this, is it doesn't behave the same way year to year.
That's why they've worked with the city from the start, so they can find signs faster.
What I'm hoping we can get to is like a system that a lot of people are familiar with, which would be like what you would see when you go into national forest lands or state forest, where it's like fire danger. There's certain parameters that go into their determination of whether or not the fire risk is high or low, and we're hoping we can do the same thing here for Lake Fayetteville.